Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Happy Sunday from a sunny, chilly Toronto behind me. Vibram soles. This video is about the 132, iconic 132 Montagna. And if you're tuned in here, you probably are interested in boots and other stuff. So if you are new and have not checked out my other content, make sure that you browse through it. If you like some stuff, make sure that you subscribe and join in the channel. You like minimalist menswear. And to the returning people, thanks again. I really am grateful because I'm seeing my subscriber count grow steadily, and I'm about 1K now, so big win for me. And so Vibram is recently resurging in the popular culture, and a lot of people, especially people who buy archived stuff like the boots that I have to show you today, or vintage military stuff, or just have a beloved boot that they had for a long time and the soles are running off. Vibram Montagna is by no means unpopular. It's super popular, and Vibram itself, with its iconic Italian heritage in making outsoles, and the Montagna being the iconic sole that was used to climb the Everest, is by no means needing of an introduction. But I thought that it would be a cool idea to share a couple of pointers that you could consider if you're considering getting your Vibram soles done for the first time. And so sit back, relax, and let's take a look at it. First off, where to get these done. So if you're in Toronto, the person that I got these done with is the guy that always sorts me out. All my shoe work I send to bring it to him. It's a beloved person in Toronto especially. And it's called Rob's Best Foot Forward. It's in downtown, and I'm gonna link him down. And I also want to give him a shout out because he's just amazing. He's a gem of a guy, and I think I'm not alone when I say this. But anyone in the city who fucks with essentially all these footwear, like it could be Margiela Tabis, SLP Wyatts, or Guidis. I have seen all of his work. You can see it from his Google reviews as well. And if you have more traditional stuff like churches, triggers, whatnot, which needs like a leather resole, he's just a master of a bygone craft, and we all just love him. Even when I'm there, I usually run into people who are interesting, and there's always a nice conversation. And as for any accessories that you're looking for, all the way from Saphir to Colonial, he's got you covered. Anything, any laces, just check him out. And so naturally I had to get it to him. My initial idea was not to turn the crepe sole that I got with this boot, the Dior Navigates, it to as much as I could stretch it. But sadly enough, it has been a very well-known thing with crepe soles, and also known in the Dior Navigate, which is an archive boot for like 15 years ago, that crepe turns dry. It's a rubber resin. It turns extremely dry. Mine came extremely dry. Fortunately, my shoes came intact because they were apparently sitting in a closet for the longest time. But since they were sitting like that, they went extremely dry, and within a week's time of walking, I could already see the gaps. And I just thought that it was a wise call to just not fuck with it further, get it to the appropriate care that it needs, and get a Vibram sole onto it. So I went with it. This is my first time putting a full resole with a Vibram, so I want to share that experience with you. Now what happens is that when you do an outsole like this, a couple of things are really gonna be something that's causing you a bit of curiosity. Like me, for example, crepe soles are known to be extra comfy, and I had like a common projects which came new, and a crepe sole which was not dried out, so they're bouncy, and one of the best things about them is the bounce and the comfort. But one of the worst things about it is that it does tend to dry up, and it's not the most grippy soles, especially if you live in a wet, cold, shit place like Toronto, some places in Europe, North America. So you need something that has robust grip. Now Montagna is known mainly for the lugging. So one of the reasons Montagna is super popular is the lugging, which makes it sort of like a more appropriate combat look. It certainly looks more aggressive, but also is ultra grippy. So I am gonna sneak in some stuff later, perhaps when it gets more cold in the year. as to what is the grip like in the snowy conditions. But as for now, the grip on this is just so much more secure. Like I tried it in the wet conditions and winter overall. Walking on these is just so much better. Like it's almost transformed the entire shoe, because I was walking on that dried out crepe, which is like a cardboard, and then now I have the flexion and the bendability and the quality of this. It's quite bouncy, in as opposed to some people who might feel that the shoe went a bit heavy and it's gonna take a while. I do feel that this is quite a comfortable sole. So as a comfort rating, I would definitely say this is a good 8.5. It's very comfortable. I have easily done like a 6K range on these, because I love going out in the city walking about. So my main idea is to invest in a high quality pair that I love, goes with my other stuff, and keeps me toasty and comfy throughout the winter. So I'm happy that I did this. It also turned out super well. So one of the other things that I think everyone should keep in mind is to get it done from a master of their craft like Rob, so that the edging, the chamfering on the edging, the sanding down of the sole is just seamless, and the shape of the shoe takes on well to the new sole. Think of it as like a minor surgery, if you may. And there are definitely issues, of course, with buying archive pieces. So if you have older shoes, you probably face them. There's always some cracking, some losing, some bending. But that's the thing with older stuff. Like this shoe is 16 years old, and if I want to carry it into another decade or two, I need to be a bit wise with the way I use it. So it's a good thing to also invest in that. And finally, for Vibram, closing thoughts, I would say costing wise, the sole itself costs around 50 to 70 bucks, give or take. And then you add another labor of the shoesmith who's gonna do your work. So it would be a good 100 to 200 bucks on top of what you already paid. So keep that in mind if you're getting new stuff, thinking that you're going to get Vibram. Do not cut corners there. Definitely going with a quality route. But I do think it is an investment. These soles are very hard wearing, and I do not see the need of getting them resoled anytime soon. Like I could sense these could last a long time. Even there's no heel going down or the front going down, because it's Vibram, it's Italian, it's quality. And as for the winters, I will wear these, but I do see the benefit of I thought my shoes were right here, but I forgot to place them. But I have a cheapy lug sole from ASOS, which has a more high lug than this, and I do think that it's going to be super useful with the Toronto winters here. So I'm going to keep those. And besides Vibram, besides the Montagna 132, if you're even looking at the Vibram catalog for other alternatives, they have a Roccia, which is similar lug sole. They have a Cristy, which is something that Rob recommended to me if I wanted to keep the look a bit more casual, a bit more sneaker-like. And they all are ultra comfortable. They all have a bare minimum of grip, so you're not gonna slip, but this is the best that it gets. I would highly recommend, if it's your first sole job, you get a Vibram Montagna, because it is iconic for a reason. Really happy with the way the shoes have turned out. Really happy with the shoe itself. I'm happy that the uppers have not seen much of anything and haven't dried out, and now there's no possibility for them to do that. Throw in an extra bit for you as a closing remark. You do need to get these two products, which I completely swear by if you're like me and you're always toying with good leather. To condition it, Saphir Creme Universal. This just smells like the highest form of body butter that you can get for your shoes. I apply it with my palms, and I'm just happy. This could be used on a ton of different stuff, including bags, shoes, leather jackets, and it's pricey, but a big 150 is going to last you a while. I've had it for a couple of years now. Completely swear by this. Smells fantastic. I love it. And the other one, which is a hidden gem, those who know, they know, Colonel Black. You can get this in other colors, Supreme Creme Deluxe. This is one of the best polishing conditioners that you can add. It also adds a bit more of dye, so it's going to recolor and bring out the contrast radiance of your old dull dark leather. Smells even more fantastic than this. This probably smells like the most high-end. It could be considered like an Aesop of shoe care. So check it out and let me know your thoughts in the comments. With that, I think this video is coming to a close. I hope you are having a great time wherever you are at. Peace, love, light, and have a good day or a good night. Sign off. Latest. Bye-bye.